Waterloo region's skyline keeps changing, and a developer wants to continue that by putting up high-rise towers where a funeral home now stands on the outskirts of uptown Waterloo. Let's go to CTV's Krista Simpson live with more on a public meeting that's just been happening in the past couple of hours on this project. Krista.
Well, Tony, this was a first look at the proposal for council and the public for the property that is currently home to the Herb and Good Funeral Home. No decisions were made today, but rather this was about gathering information, a chance for councillors to ask questions, and the public to share their initial thoughts.
The current site of Herb and Good Funeral Home for nearly 80 years could look very different in the future. Vanmar Developments is proposing 2 towers of residential units, one 37 stories and the other 33 stories that share a podium. In those towers, there would be a total of 834 dwelling units, all with 1 or 2 bedrooms, though that could change.
We've proposed 1 and 2 for now. There is an opportunity always to do 3 bedrooms.
The buildings will also include commercial and amenity spaces. The plan is for a heritage building on the site, the Kuntz Labatt House, to be moved and likely turned into a restaurant, though that too is not set in stone.
We're just in the early days. We just really saw it as it was kind of like this would be a perfect spot for a really great restaurant.
The plan as it stands will require amendments to the zoning bylaw to add density, height, and cut back on the amount of bicycle parking, which the developer says is underutilized in other buildings it has done. Nearby residents raising concerns about the size of the building, a lack of green space for the broader community, and questions about whether there's really a need for this type of housing in Waterloo in the near future.
It seems that the developer wants to overdevelop the property because perhaps they paid a high price for the property. I don't want to be a victim of somebody else's commercial decision.
I could accept this proposal if it actually provided housing that addresses the current critical housing needs in the region, and we all know what those are. Space for multi-member families, downsizing seniors, young people trying to get a foothold into the real estate market.
The feedback will now be considered going forward.
Staff will review the issues and provide further reporting to council at a later date.
For now, the Herb and Good Funeral Home remains operational. The owner's saying its departure is not imminent at this time. It will eventually move, though, to a new home on Victoria Street North in Kitchener.